Okay, Blades of Blood. Different sort of movie to see on Crackle. Again, you end up having your pretty standard. I'd probably say we're post Romance of the Three Kings era, or probably getting kind of towards the end of that, where China is in an absolute areas disarray. There's really nothing that they actually can do, and they're trying to form alliances. The problem is not everyone in the alliances are getting along. So you have people from different methodologies and different backgrounds trying to somewhat coexist. They brand one guy a traitor. Or I should say the ruling class brands a guy a traitor. Well, one of the people he formed an alliance with kind of begins a process of trying to take over China. And the reason why he wants to unify China is Japan is showing up. And Japan at this point in time is starting to use firearms. So you have an ununified China that's going to be attacked by a very efficient, very dangerous Japanese army. So that ends up being the overarching, that is the larger portion of the story. Now, the person who's trying to unify China, he kills another leader. Someone who's on the opposite side from him. Killing him will allow him to solidify his power base. Makes sense. So the guy's illegitimate child that he has a concubine, then tries to make it his mission to exact revenge for the father who never really loved him or appreciated him against the person who's trying to consolidate a power base in China to defend them against the Japanese. That sounds like some pretty heavy sort of stuff. But I'll just say essentially the bastard son isn't a good sword fighter. So he therefore gets trained by a blind swordsman. For some strange reason, lots of these movies seem to have blind swordsmen, who not only being a very good swordsman, also has a bizarre sense of humor. So you get a little bit of slapstick in here. So you have this really serious overarching story. You've got someone who's trying to avenge the father who never really truly loved him or appreciated him. Someone else who's trying to bring together all these different forces to try to preserve China against the impending invasion of Japan. And then you've got a blind guy who throws in occasionally slapstick humor. It works pretty well. These sorts of films are done beautifully well. The comedy does a nice job to kind of lighten up what actually ends up being a very, very heavy storyline.